Hello and welcome to Corners of the Heart. My name is Gaye Nelson. I'm a professional astrologer. I do readings using astrology and tarot. Some years ago, quite a while ago, maybe somewhere within the last 5 or 6 years, I became aware of a fantastic tool both for meditation, divination, reflection, called the Intuition Heart Cards. And they were created by a fabulous woman named Shai. And this was came to my attention in my women's group. I belong to a very small women's group, which we call the Magic Circle. And one of the things we do pretty frequently is use the Intuition Heart Cards as part of our sharing within our women's group. And I found this so fulfilling and fun and helpful that I also began to use the Intuition Heart Cards with my clients. I've actually just met you today. I feel like I've known you forever because I've been working with your wonderful tool for such a long time. I use it with my clients in addition to astrology and tarot. And so what brought you to this, and tell us a little bit about how the cards, this idea was revealed to you, and you tell us a little bit about your educational background.
Intuition Heart Cards actually came about during a project that I was doing on relationships, my master's in counseling psychology. I was exploring relationships and my own patterns in relationship. And I've always been attracted to images, and I've always been able to receive guidance through images. So while I was working on this process, I literally went to sleep one night and in that half state between wake and out of bed, in a half meditative state, and started drawing the images. And
let me say, since I haven't described this, that there are 21 images, right, and 94 words.
Yes.
So the Intuition Heart Cards consist of 21 images using various hearts in various ways. And then the 94 words, which are anger, loneliness, love, joy, many different words. So there are a lot of combinations that can be made.
And I started using them for reflection and guidance every day on my own process with relationship on different levels, not just romantic relationships, but my relationship with myself, my relationship with God, my relationships with my family. As my process evolved, I realized that every relationship is a mirror of another relationship.
How this compares to tarot, because I use tarot every day, and I use the Intuition Heart Cards as well with my clients. So I find with astrology, tarot, and these things that they work really well together, because astrology is not particularly visual. It is to the astrologer, but not to the person that's getting the reading. Whereas tarot, of course, has very clear pictures, and the Intuition Heart Cards have very clear images. And it is always my experience that when people pull whatever they pull with the Intuition Heart Cards and the words, that I've never had anyone say, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's amazing how it works, and how synchronicity works, and how everything really is a reflection of what's going on inside one's psyche or one's consciousness.
The pictures don't necessarily mean only one thing, and especially not in your system. And you could get a certain image with completely different words. You could get one image with anger, fear, etc., and the same image with love, joy, passion, and you've got a whole different tableau. So with this tool, you have an endless variety of ways that it can be used, and it's never boring, and it's never the same. And yet I think that the visual nature of it is very powerful.
The same image with a different word, or the same image with a different question or on a different day would mean different things to you, because the psyche and the soul is not linear. It's very cyclical, and it works by association. So if you were to look at an image, that would open up a whole gamut of associations. And
which each person associates differently.
Absolutely, because each psyche is different, and each psyche on a different day and a different moment is different. So it's really a tool to support you in opening up and accessing your own inner resources. Images are meds for the soul. We were talking about a quick pick-me-up when you're just not focusing and you need something to focus on, and images can really focus you.
Let's talk a moment about intuition, because a lot of people, I kind of don't think they have it. And I think with the Intuition Heart Cards, it's it's your higher self talking to you through you.
Every single one of us has access to our own inner wisdom, higher self, whatever it is that you want to call it. We may not have a good relationship with our intuition, and therefore we need to start building that relationship. And this is a tool to start building that relationship. This tool is a way to very easily access that intuition. It's like you pick an image, you set a very clear intention to receive clarity and guidance, and that will bypass any superficiality and will really take you deeper.
And I like the idea too that you can also do just the image, just the word. You could say, you know, what's my word for the day? I notice also that again, you can have the same image on another day, and it may be more poignant and more joyful another day, and just because that's how our consciousness is. And I love the idea too that you can carry these around, and if you're in some situation, you can say, what do I need to know right now? And what am I missing? What haven't I thought of, or what quality would really serve this situation?
Absolutely. I do that all the time. I always carry these in my bag, and whenever I need guidance and you know my monkey mind is just jumping around, and I will just stop for a second, take a deep breath, pick a card, and it will usually go right to the...
It's a great focusing tool.
Absolutely.
So we have these really interesting tools that we can play with, and I think that they can be used in so many different ways.